This is a fan-generated show. If you would like to support us, please go to jamieglazov.com, and also don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. All your support is greatly appreciated.
Good evening. Welcome to the Jamie Glazov Moment. Tonight, Trump ends Obama's evil Iran deal. Thank you, Mr. President, for standing up for America, for world peace, and for the Iranian people. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to take a couple minutes out this evening just to really personally thank President Trump. And what a beautiful and wonderful feeling it is just to have this magnificent, wonderful president leading the United States, because after 8 years of Obama, I mean, what can I say? That's for another moment. But look, America's Iran deal is now dead, thanks to President Trump. And Mr. Trump, you've done a wonderful and humanitarian thing. And there's so many other words that could be used in terms of a positive compliment, in terms of what all of this represents. Thank you, President Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just get the facts out there in terms of how great our president is and what a great thing he just did. Iran is an Islamic terror state. It's a leading state sponsor of terrorism. Iran has a long record of killing Americans. Because of its activity, it is killing Americans till this day. It kills and brutalizes its own people. It perpetrates terror against Israel and against so many innocent people and so many societies throughout the world. Look, before I go on, I just want to give major props to Daniel Greenfield at Front Page Magazine. You should be reading his blog, The Point, but he also writes articles for us on the homepage of Front Page, and just brilliant work that he's done. He's done the best article on this that's out there right now. It's called Trump Ends Obama's Iran Hostage Crisis. Just Google Daniel Greenfield, Trump Ends Obama's Iran Hostage Crisis, or you can just go to Front Page, look up Daniel Greenfield. And I want to give props to Daniel because some of the information that he so professionally collected, I'm going to incorporate in my moment tonight. So thank you to Daniel, and a lot of credit goes to him and his top-of-the-line scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the facts here in terms of what Obama was doing. Obama poured billions of dollars into this terror state over the years. He rescued this terror state. He kept it afloat, and he enabled its terrorism. The billions that Obama gave this terror state, or facilitated going to this terror state, was in part a ransom for American hostages. And guess what? Because of that, Iran took more American hostages. Let us keep in mind that the radical-in-chief, Obama, facilitated and allowed this terror state to take over Syria, Iraq, and Yemen on many realms. He allowed the terror state to humiliate America and Americans, including American sailors. You all remember that episode. This Iran deal literally killed Americans. It killed Israelis. It killed Iranian people. It killed Yemenis and Syrians and Iraqis, and the list just goes on and on and on. Again, it damaged America's national security. And what this deal did is, again, it kept afloat this evil enemy of ours, and it enabled it. You got to remember, Iran is a terror state that has declared war on the United States. It calls us Satan, and it wages war against us. Now, Obama's deal did not stop Iran from getting a nuclear bomb. That is a lie when Obama was saying anything that was even close to it, and when the people around him were saying anything close to it. In fact, it guarantees that Iran will eventually get the bomb. And that is why this deal is fertile soil for a nuclear arms race to break out in the Middle East. Now, Trump has put an end to that. And President Trump put it the best in his own tweet. Quote, this is President Trump. The Iran deal is defective at its core. If we do nothing, we know exactly what will happen. In just a short period of time, the world's leading state sponsor of terror will be on the cusp of acquiring the world's most dangerous weapons. Thank you, Donald Trump. And what's the left's reaction? Well, Obama symbolizes and reflects it best. Obama, his teeth are chattering. He's foaming at the mouth. He's sobbing because America's enemies are now being weakened. America's allies are being strengthened. A leftist is going to hate that stuff, right? Obama is furious, posting on Facebook that ending the deal, quote, turns our back on America's closest allies. Oh, does it really? So ending this deal turns America's back on America's closest allies. Obama, I wonder what your definition is of an American ally. Let me think. Netanyahu of Israel has just thanked President Trump for ending the deal. But Obama saying that ending this deal turns our back on America's closest allies. This is very interesting. But we know what's going on here. It's because, as we well know, Obama does not see Israel as an ally. America's allies are enemies in Obama's eyes. And America's enemies are friends in Obama's eyes. Always remember that. So, of course, Obama is very upset right now because Obama romanced Iran. He danced with this terror state. The left and the Islamic supremacists are always united in hate, as my book documented. And so, in romancing this terror state, Obama betrayed America. He betrayed Israel. And he also betrayed the Iranian people. Obama turned his back on all the suffering Iranian people suffering under that vicious and sadistic regime. Obama turned his back on the women and the young girls who today are courageously standing up to that vicious regime and removing their hijabs in the streets of Iran. And because of that, many of them are being found dead in the streets. Many of them are tortured. Many of them are imprisoned and being raped in prisons. And Trump is standing up for them, whereas Obama turned his back on them. Obama turned his back on American heroes, women like Annie Cyrus, who is the producer of this show. Annie Cyrus is a former child bride who escaped Iran and now dedicates her life to fight on behalf of the Iranian people and all the suffering people, including women and girls, that she left behind and is fighting for after she ran away. Obama, you disrespect everything that somebody like Annie Cyrus went through. Everything she went through and everything she stands for, and you insult the millions of suffering Iranians and all the women and girls that Annie represents and is fighting for. And President Obama, because of that, you betray the most sacred values of humanity and morality. But thank God that our new president does the opposite. That's why President Trump, in his latest tweet, quote unquote, said, "Finally, I want to deliver a message to the long-suffering people of Iran. The people of America stand with you." What beautiful and graceful and noble and freedom-loving and human-loving words from our American president. Those words were never spoken by Obama, and he would never speak such words because Obama was on the side of the people and of the vicious tyrants who were oppressing the Iranian people. And Donald Trump is on the side of the Iranian people and on the side of the Israelis and of America and of freedom and liberty. And that is why you, Mr. Obama, are shameful and shameless. And that's why you're sobbing right now. That's why you're so angry right now. And your fury and your anger just proves what a great guy Trump is, what a great president he is, and it proves that what he is doing is so right. Thank you, President Donald Trump. You are a providential godsend to this country and to the world. May God bless you, Mr. President. We love you. Thank you for standing up for freedom, for America, for Israel, for the Western world, and for the Iranian people. We'll see you on the next Jamie Glazov Moment. Good night.